is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about.
Get real.
No.
Y'all,
This
just
is
stop.
a sham.
It's finally here. Drum roll.
Welcome to DBL. Happy Monday, everybody, on this festive
Yes.
Monday, I should say, huh?
Yeah.
It's looking beautiful in here.
The set's giving us all the vibes. It's about that time. I think that's why they're there. It's just to remind people, hey, this is the end of the year. No matter what happened, let's wrap it up in a good way and get ready for the next one. I'm feeling it.
Yeah, I feel it too. It just makes me in a good mood.
Yeah.
Like the lights.
This is your time. I think about you during this time.
Because you know what? I'm kind of a grouch the rest of the year. This really gives me the opportunity to be like, you know what? It's the holidays. Let's give people the benefit of the doubt, which I should do all year round, and just be like, you know what? Whatever's going on, happy holidays.
All right,
you know, it kind of just squashes everything, right?
We'll talk to you January 2nd.
Oh.
And we'll see.
The first. All right. Let's get to it. Can you believe Brad Pitt is turning 60 years old today? It makes me feel so old. Brad reportedly spent his birthday with his girlfriend, Inez de Ramon, who is 33 years old. The two have been dating for over a year. I think a lot of people have been obsessed with Brad Pitt and his dating life in the past.
Yes.
With Angelina Jolie, Jennifer Aniston. No one seems that obsessed with Inez.
This is no tea, no shade, but if you put their pictures next to each other again, I wouldn't look at them and think, oh, that's a May-December romance.
I was thinking that too, like how good people look in their 60s now. It's a different age. People take better care of themselves, they eat better, and so the idea of like what we used to think of as 60 ain't 60 anymore.
No, and especially with Brad Pitt.
Yes, it helps.
You know what I mean? Yeah, he's got a six-pack.
Yeah.
60. I'm 45 and I can't even bend over in the morning.
I think like you were saying, people aren't as like enthused by her. Well, she's not really famous, is she? Like Jennifer Aniston was at the height of fame with Friends when obviously they were together, and then Angelina Jolie was like the ultimate sex symbol of the time when they got together on Mr. and Mrs. Smith. So I think that's why people probably aren't as engaged with this new love. But maybe that's a good thing.
No, I mean what you're saying makes sense, and it kind of strings along with this other thought I've been having. Is because the age difference and she seems much younger. Do you think people aren't taking it as seriously? Like this is your kind of like
I don't think
fun,
it
have fun
dawns
girlfriend?
on people. I think a lot of times when you start talking about May-December romances, there's an aesthetic representation. Like the person looks much, much younger than the other one. But I wouldn't even, not that I would look twice at, I'd look twice at some things. Some things you look twice at. But they don't aesthetically look like they have that big of an age difference. So I don't think it's as, jarring.
Shocking.
Right.
Yeah.
But Angelina Jolie, I feel like she's not anybody's girlfriend for long. Like you got, like the press would be on you, like what's going on here?
Oh, gotcha.
Oh,
Whereas here it just seems like they're like, oh, he's having fun with his young girlfriend.
Yeah, but are people like saying like, good for you, Brad Pitt, go get yours? Kind of like, like Cher, we've been doing these famous stories. Or is it just because historically that hasn't been the case and now we're kind of like, do you, boo?
You don't really see them to talk about them. He seems to have been pretty private since his divorce from Angelina. So,
and plus, if you're not if you're not paired as that power couple, then maybe people aren't.
I think it's just the attention's not as great, is it?
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Well, speaking of birthdays, Dick Van Dyke turned 98 last week. His career dates back to the 1940s and has starred in iconic movies, of course, like Mary Poppins and Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. But he told CBS Sunday Morning the secret of his success is laziness. Let's watch.
I'm pretty lazy, really. When I'm having fun, all right. But I'm a lazy person.
Really?
Not a lot. I don't have a lot of drive. I've been very lucky.
Wow.
There's always somebody to pick me up and put me over there.
That's wonderful. It just sort of happened.
It did. It just happened.
I get what he's going for, but he's being humble as well. Because if you count up the number of hours he's been on television, that doesn't equate to laziness.
I think if you watch his movies as well, like Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, I mean, there's nothing lazy about it. It is a full-on musical, theatrical production. He's dancing, he's singing, he's jumping, he's flying. I mean, it's like the Tom Cruise of his time in a very sweet way. But I think also that the time is so different. Like, back then, we were like, like Al and I were saying earlier, you can go to the theatre today and there'll be at least 10 movies that you can pick from. That's not including the streaming channels. multiple ones of those.
International.
I think he was very lucky at a time where if you did something like that, you were shot to stardom and you were offered everything. I don't think that happens now. The competition is too great. And, you know, obviously I think he was very blessed and lucky to be in that position, incredibly so. But if he feels lazy at 98, you know what? That's okay.
And I think laziness is also a lifestyle. If you think about it, look at, we have Viva A Fox coming up next in an interview. She's not lazy. Can you imagine what her day planner looks like? I mean, we've talked to her now for going on a couple of years. Every time we talk to her, she has at least 4 projects that she has both feet in working. And that's just how she rolls. And I think there are other people that are just like, you know, they'll do a project and kind of, you know, go to Santa Fe, New Mexico for a couple months and paint and come back. And that's fine too. It's kind of like how you're wired and what you want your life to be.
Well, it's also what you've had to do. Viva A Fox was very different from a Dick Van Dyke, which, bless him, but, you know, he also was a white man who's 98 years old in America in the entertainment industry for an industry that was looking for a Dick Van Dyke. So when you find your star, the studios put all of their resources behind you at that time. And yeah, you could afford to be, quote unquote, lazy. Viva A Fox doesn't have the luxury of being lazy, because if she steps away from Hollywood, even for a moment, her opportunities dissipate. There's always going to be, that's like, was always a saying, like, I want to be the next Viva A Fox, or I want to be the next Gabrielle Union, or whatever. And these women are saying, like, great, come up, do your thing, I'll support you. And both of them, by the way, are very supportive, and I'll say that from personal experience. But it's not like they can just disappear, because they have to continue to work in this industry.
Yeah, right.
They weren't given those types of big, you know, never see you again opportunities.
Absolutely, that's a great point. I think laziness nowadays is kind of almost on a spectrum. What do you consider lazy? We did that story last week of that one actress who sleeps 14 hours a day.
Right.
Right.
She still works, but I would consider that lazy.
Well, and also she has the privilege of doing that. Her mother is Melanie Griffith and her dad is Don Johnson. You know, like, she was born into this industry.
Right.
So, you know, I'm sure she
Would you say
looks
she's
at
lazy?
it. I mean, sleeping 14 hours a day is a lot, but also, what's the context? Did she work for 15 months straight, and now for the next 2 months
she probably doesn't.
I don't know.
No, I'm just
you know,
saying,
sometimes that is the situation where you have burnout, and burnout is very real.
All right, well, let's get to another story. Joan Hart shocked her fans after a preview of her Lifetime movie came out, and guess what? She's playing a grandmother. Melissa, who is 47, posted a response to the uproar on Instagram and said she is flattered that people don't think of her as the grandmother type, and joked she's now ready to play the middle-aged witch. You get it?
Yeah.
Of course, Melissa starred as Sabrina the Teenage Witch back in the 90s. Meantime, Mark Wahlberg, who is 52, says he's embracing his age and looks forward to playing a grandfather very soon. You know, this 47, 52, it's not totally uncommon to be grandmothers and grandfathers now.
Yeah.
You know, so I don't know why the uproar.
It's interesting how our stories overlap between the shows we do here at DBL, but just also in real life. We've done stories where there have been grandparents that are like, I love the grandbabies, but me and your granddad are going to Europe, and then we got a flight to Turks and Caicos. Like, these aren't your grandparents anymore, where they're just waiting for you to bring the kids over and go out for a nice long weekend. I think there are a lot of younger grandparents that are, one, like, hey, I'm living my own life, but also they look younger. They've been doing yoga. They've been going to dance class and spin cycles for a while, not smoking, taking care of themselves. And I think that we need to redefine how we picture grandparents in our head, because they're not just like by the fire knitting.
Yeah, no,
I
for
think
real.
it's interesting, though, because Joan Hart being in her 40s playing a grandmother, but we've seen grandmothers depicted in their 40s all the time.
Look
like
at the Golden Girls, right? Weren't they in their 40s?
Yeah, I believe they were in their 40s and 50s, but I'm saying, like, when you're talking about, like, a depiction of poverty, or, like, when you're talking about certain regional areas, we're very used to seeing the grandmother figure be in her late 40s, early 50s. So I don't think that this is something that's super shocking.
I think because you've grown up seeing Melissa like being the teenager, it's harder to place her in your mind as that older character, as a grandmother. I literally was with friends yesterday. They're 44 and their daughter's 27, and you know, she's talking about having children, and they were like, oh gosh, we're going to be grandparents soon. Like, it's normal. That is the age of which it happens now. It's, you know.
Yeah, so,
it is.
Well, Melissa Joan Hart's a year older than me, so maybe I can get some granddaddy roles. Start casting me.
I was gonna
ask the roles.
I was right where you were, Erica. I was like, wow, buddy.
Yeah. I'll text this segment to my daughter, just the roles. I'm talking about movies, imagination, not real life.
But Al, it's really like, it sounds crazy to think it's not that far off.
One of my high school girlfriends is a grandmother, and it's that's something.
That's something.
Man.
Brad Pitt, 60. Me and Al are going to be grandparents. Coming up on DVL, our interview with the one and only Viva A Fox. She's telling us about her new Christmas movie that will be sure to get you in the holiday spirit. And Taylor Swift got booed yesterday at the Pats-Chiefs game. We're going to talk about it next. I kind of like it.
Hey guys, welcome back to the commercial break. Actually, you guys are just in time. We're going through what shoes are Erica gonna take home. So, we have these wonderful guys. This is number one. These aren't Erica's shoes. We're just gonna toss those. No big deal. Those are gonna go on home. Now we have these beautiful peach pumps. They look like a wonderful Stuart Weitzman.
Yeah, those are mine.
I think these are yours.
Yes, I will take those.
These will play well into spring, so I think this is a great fashionable boost there.
I like this game.
Add those on. Now next, my little cute bag here, we have this cute little booty, sensible for winter. You're not gonna slip, you know, that kind of thing.
What brand is that?
This guy it's a size 10.
Is that a Chelsea boot?
Actually, these might not be yours. These are Forever 21.
No, those are definitely
These are not hers. Bye. Anyways, on to the next one. We have this beautiful little strappy piece guy here.
Those are mine, but I bought those probably like 6 years ago.
A blast from the past. They're no longer needed. Bye-bye. See ya. Okay.
It's a nice shoe, though.
It's a cute shoe. We're gonna, you know, someone else is gonna get them who needs it. And then last but not least, we have this other booty here. They might not be yours. They might be
Tories?
Unrecognizable brand on the inside. That means they've been worn very well, you know, that kind of a thing. Do you want to take them?
I don't recognize those.
Well, they're going to go back in the bag there. Thanks for playing, guys. We'll see you on the next break. Al Jackson is up next. We'll see you guys.
Oh, boy. You better make this a longer segment.
That was the best segment of all.
Thank you.
That was all of them. That was all of them. I definitely have some shoes that can go.
I think I do too.
found a pair
in the back.
Yeah.
From like day one. Oh, we're back?
Yeah.
Oh. We were just shaming ourselves.
Dre just found this pair of silver shoes that I must have bought right before lockdown. They're brand new and they're beautiful. I didn't even realize that I had them. Now I have a new pair of shoes.
All right.
Yay!
Okay, I'm going to get the rest of those and make it best.
That doesn't make everyone feel better?
Yeah,
Right?
I was
Just a little bit.
dancing.
I know.
You know, for Tori, because you know she would have.
She would have been dancing too. All right, welcome back. Fans had a mixed reaction to Taylor Swift at the Patriots-Chiefs game yesterday. I don't know if you guys saw this. She was spotted in the suite cheering on her boyfriend, of course, Travis Kelce, with Brittany Mahomes, that's Patrick's wife, the quarterback. Some fans brought signs that said, "Only here to see Taylor," or "Go Taylor's boyfriend." Wow. But not everyone was excited to see Taylor, with some fans booing her. Let's watch. All right, keep in mind this game was in New England. Those fans are a different breed, let's just say. The Patriots also posted a video of Taylor's reaction to being booed and wrote in the caption, "It's her. Hi." It's a reference to her lyric in the song Anti-Hero that goes, "It's me. Hi. I'm the problem. It's me."
No, all right.
Look at Joe's face, you're grimacing.
Well, you know what? When this whole thing started, I mean, you could go back to the clips, and Al and I were saying, this is eventually going to catch up with Travis. The Chiefs were Super Bowl bound. They won the Super Bowl last year. They have been dropping a lot of passes, and they have been playing as well.
Well, you think that's because he's
And I
Jason
don't
Taylor?
necessarily think there's a connection there, but for sports fans or for people who don't know sports, they're like, well, maybe he should be more interested in playing football than he is in his girlfriend. Right, Al?
Look, and I had that thought too. And I watched the game yesterday. And whether you watch football or not, every time Travis Kelce hit the ground, he would grab his elbow. He would sit on the ground a little bit. It's cold. He's in New England. It's like, I really was looking at a man that was saying, do I really want to keep doing this?
No.
I really,
you really think that?
Do you know how your body must feel after being tackled? He's been playing football probably since he was 5. He's got enough money. His girlfriend's got all the money. She has all of it. Where would you want to be, on a private jet headed to Dubai?
For all you know, that football could be his love and his passion, and he might just be having a rough game. And he's so lucky that he's with Taylor, but that's not. He's got his own cake and his own icing on the cake. She's just a cherry on the top.
Yeah.
You just literally accused Travis Kelce of being a man who got a billionaire girlfriend and now wants to quit his job.
That's what happened. That's what happened to
you
me.
just-
Try it right now.
Like,
I will not be here for C Block.
Literally. Like,
Yes.
that's just disrespectful. I don't even
Erica,
know.
it's
I
being a
barely knew
human.
No, it's not how all humans operate. He has his own thing going on, and it would behoove him
His own
to
thing
make
hurts
sure.
his elbow a lot.
You think, Al, how many games he's played, how hard it is to be Travis Kelce? Like, not everyone can be Travis Kelce, let's be honest. I don't even know who the guy is, but I know he's, like, won the Super Bowl, and that's a pretty big deal.
Yeah.
Have I ever watched football much before Taylor Swift was on it? No, not really. I've got zero
Taylor
interest.
Swift was on it.
I know, that's hilarious. But that's how people think.
I'm kicking stuff down
I like how Steph always just takes away from her point because she goes, I like Travis Kelce. Do I know what football is? No. Do I know how to spell his last name?
She thought
No.
Taylor Swift played.
Before she was on it.
I'm just saying he's
Taylor
being
was
human
playing, who
and
cares?
he wants. Look, at some point when your body hurts and you're like, I can move on and move up there to go do what the real rich people do, or I can be getting tackled, I think a lot of people would take the option B.
I think he's worked damn hard to be where he is, and I don't think he's just going to give that up.
All right.
Leave
Calling
it there. We'll be right back.
Welcome back. Viva A. Fox is one of the busiest women in Hollywood. She's an actor, producer, entrepreneur, and director. Now she's starring in a brand new movie called A Christmas Intern, and earlier we chatted with her all about it. Check it out.
Please welcome back to the show. We love her, Miss Viva A. Fox.
Yeah.
So pleased to have you. Much like your real life, your character Charlotte in A Christmas Intern is a boss with a lot on her plate. And I wanted to know, did you feel a connection to her because of your absolute connection to being a boss with a lot on your plate?
Absolutely. You know, Lifetime, I love them so much that they've made me be like the head chick in charge. You know, with executive producing, also starring in the film. So, you know, yeah, I guess it's fitting.
Nice.
First of all, you look fantastic. Just want to throw that in there. Am I right?
Yeah.
They skipped my question, so I just want to tell you look great.
Thank you, darling. You got great hair.
Doesn't he?
I'll take it.
Wow. And the Viva A. Fox called the Silver Fox.
All right, let's get to the
And so, well, welcome back. It's good to see you again. I have to ask you, you know, it's around that time of year, so you have to tell our audience, do you have any fun Christmas traditions that you can share with us, me, and then I can steal them and say I thought of them?
Absolutely. I will share my Christmas Day tradition with you. I start off having breakfast with my godson and his family and some mimosas. Then I go to the spa, the Beverly Hot Springs, and get rubbed and scrubbed on. Then I go to my business manager's house, Lita Richardson, and we watch NBA games just like everybody else. I'm a huge basketball fan.
Oh,
and
yes.
then I finish off my night with a fish fry and a mean game of Uno at my business partner, Darren Bond's home.
Yeah.
That sounds like my favorite day ever.
Okay, all right. I might be stealing that tradition. So let's talk about this because we do have this in common. We both went to Beyonce's Renaissance tour, and you looked incredible at the Renaissance premiere. So I understand you went to multiple shows during the tour.
Wow.
What was it?
I
Okay, that's
did.
incredible. What was it like the first time you saw Beyonce and Blue Ivy perform in Paris?
You know, goosebumps. I've known Beyonce since the beginning of her career. I've always been supportive. I love her. Her mom, Tina Knowles, is the main reason why I was there because of her Waco event. I was one of the bidders. It was nice on the pocket, but it went for a good cause. And I'm going to tell you, to see Beyonce come out, goosebumps. She's so talented. Her mom was like, she directed this, she did everything. There I am with my girl Aja and Darren singing, having a blast with 70,000 people in this humongous stadium, watching her achieve the ultimate success. She's such a rock star, and I'm so very proud of her.
Oh, wow. Viva A. Fox saying that about you? That's so cool. Okay, so speaking of your style, you were actually once schooled on shoes by Miss Patti LaBelle. How did she do that? Tell us.
Child, I walked out with this dress on and thought I was looking cute. And Miss Patty said, baby, who put them shoes on you? And I said, the lady said it didn't make a difference. It was just a black pair of shoes. Baby Patty said, don't you ever come around me with a bad pair of shoes on. Shoes complete an outfit. So now I will let you all know that I have learned from Miss Patty, and my shoe game is on point.
Okay. There you go. Vivica, thank you so much for joining us. DBL Nation, be sure to watch A Christmas Intern out December 16th on Lifetime. Thank you again, Vivica. So great to see you.
Always.
Happy holidays.
Thanks.
You are so welcome. Happy holidays, everyone.
Congrats
Mwah.
on all the success.
We'll be right back.
Welcome back. We've got some tips to keep you moving into the new year. It's time for some joint and muscle support brought to you by Omega XL. First, very important, stretching helps you decompress both physically and mentally. Next, keeping a healthy weight is important. Too much weight can add stress to the joints. And of course, stay hydrated. This is one of the most important things you can do for your joint health. Omega XL has improved the lives of millions of consumers, supported by 30 years of clinical research. Omega XL's powerful and proven benefits have transformed the lives of athletes, celebrities, and dedicated daily users. Call 800-814-6985 or visit OmegaXL.com for more information. Stretching is so important.
For me, it was the hydration. And it changed my life when I got one of those Yetis with the handle. I have it right
like
down
the one
here.
that I just knocked all over the floor, pour out.
There you go. We'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place.